Hello, I'm ABX and welcome back to the video. So there's two brand new blocks which recently came to Minecraft on the console with TU53 for the first time before any other platform, and those two blocks are Concrete Powder and Concrete. As you can see, they're both exciting new blocks and they both have really good uses for themselves, but let's be honest, most people are crafting Concrete Powder with the intention of turning it straight into Concrete. So if this is you, if this describes you at any point in the game, then you're going to want to turn your Concrete Powder into Concrete as fast as you humanly can, and most people just try sticking it in water and seeing what happens, but let's be honest, this isn't the fastest solution and it's not the most fun solution either. So what is the fastest and most fun solution? Well, today I'll be showing you an easy solution to turn your Concrete Powder into Concrete much faster than you're probably already doing, and I'll be showing you a redstone way which allows you to do it even faster if you're willing to go from some setups costs. So that's what I'm doing in today's video. Hopefully you all do enjoy it. You can like the video so because it helps out the channel a lot, and let's know you do like these sorts of quick tip videos that can really improve your Minecraft game in one very particular way. And again, because most people are doing stuff with concrete right now, I figured this would be especially useful. So let's get straight into talking about what's going on with the first method. The first method is very easy. All you need is some body of water, or even a body of water. You just need 4 blocks, like a little 3x3 hole, kind of like an infinite source, and you want to dig down in the center of that hole to have yourself a 1 block deep hole, or a 2 block deep. I've just gone 2 blocks for the sake of it, but you can have as deep or as shallow as you like. But the idea here is that concrete, because when it, concrete touches water, it doesn't turn into water when it goes into water, it goes into water when it touches it. So for instance, if, as you can see right here, I've got concrete, if I place concrete in this 1 deep water, it doesn't turn into concrete, the concrete powder doesn't turn into concrete because it can't, there's no water for it to turn into because it replaces the water instead. So this means that we want to do is you want to, when the concrete powder falls into the water, you want to make sure that it has contact with other bits of water, like you're going to see is done right here. So then what we do is we place a block into it, so our concrete is going over the hole, and then you just want to stack yourself up as many blocks as you humanly can on top of that. So just like so, you just want to jump up as high as you humanly can, and just have a giant tower of concrete powder. Again, this will come in useful in a second, just trust me that when I say it will. And then once you've got your stack, either up to the world height or as much concrete powder as you have, you want to jump right off, go into the water, and then just start mining this block. And once you do this, obviously, again, every time you mine it, you're going to make another block fall down, and you're going to allow it to, just have a continual source of mining. Hold down the right trigger, and as long as you've got a pickaxe, you can just sit here for as long as you like, or go make yourself a sandwich. Whatever you do with your free time, and when you're done with this, you'll eventually end up with what you're going to see is just a giant pile of concrete instead of concrete powder. Again, it's a much better looking block. Here's the concrete powder we had, here's the concrete, and we just turned one into the other very, very quickly. But there's actually a way to do it even quicker than that. That's a really efficient method, and it's something you can do whenever you like. You can even do it like without a thing, like let me just show you right here. So if you do it like this, for instance, it is still going to work, just not necessarily as effectively, because it falls in there and then it falls in there, so on and so forth. The hole is just like, it makes it feel a bit better. But basically you might then question like, okay, but what if I want to do this even more efficiently? What if because it takes about 3/4 of a second every single block, that's still too long to wait, Toycat. Well, what I recommend is using this system right here. It's a redstone system where we've set up our big pile of concrete powder to be pushed by the pistons, as you're going to see right here, in past the water, so they get activated by it, and then passed in this direction, so we can mine them in one swell swoop, and we can just pick them up immediately. So what this means is when we turn this on, which we'll do right now, actually let's just turn one of these down a little bit, so we'll just quickly flicker this system on for a little bit. So what you're going to see is it's going to go on and off over and over and over again, and this means that our system is now going to be just repeatedly pushing blocks at us, or it can even push us if we want it to, like, oh, there we go, we're going forwards, and this means that we can just sit here and we can mine the blocks, and we can, it broke a little bit, but you get the point. You can just sit here and you can mine the blocks, and as long as you've got the delay set up correctly, you'll actually be able to mine them pretty efficiently. Again, I think I turned it down just a little bit too much right there, and I caused some problems myself where things are getting very glitchy, but if I just turn that right back up, 2 force little ticks, so let's do that right now. If we just turn the delay back up and we make this all magical, and then what you can actually do is you can sit here, you can break your blocks, and they're going to be pushed to you at a pretty constant rate, a rate where you can break one, and then it pushes another one, and then you break 2, and then push another one, and this means that you can just sit here mining blocks, and it's just turning it into concrete for you to mine. So this is the fastest way to do it with your hand pickaxe, in my opinion, and it's a really easy system to set up as well. Again, the redstone system looks complex, like, oh, there's pistons and timings, but let's be honest, it's actually a really simple system. Let me show you how you make one so you can do this yourself. So what you want to just do is have 4 repeaters, put them in a little loop that's going in one direction. So like, for instance, let's just have like over here, over here, over here, and over here. This is going to be our loop. This is the timer that's going off and on. Usually you would want to do this a bit more compact, but because we want to have this a very specific timing, again, I like to have somewhere about here, so 3 of them on full, 1 of them on empty, and then you want to place 4 bits of redstone in the corners just like this, and this is going to be our pulse system. So if we have a lever attached to this, and we activate that on and off, it's going to like just go around continuously, push another thing out, and so on and so forth into this block right here. So that is our timing system. Very easy stuff, all sorted, all wonderful. But what about the rest of the system? You might think, you know what, that's not enough. You need to have some concrete and some water and some blocks. So yeah, if we're going to use our concrete for the rest of these other blocks as well, then what we want to do is we want to have another block found just over here, then another block over here, and there's going to be a piston here, so just wait for that in a second. And then finally, you want to have a block just over there to kind of, you know, make sure the water doesn't flow too far away. And then just for the, you know, for now, we'll place a block over there because again, it could be replaced. Whatever you're doing though, just make sure there's something there, and also make sure there's something over, you know, over here. And once you've done this, you can now place your water down. So actually, you wanna be 1,000,000% certain there is nothing blocking your thing. So before you place any water down, make sure you place your piston, because you're also going to need a piston and a sticky piston. They're found just over here in this chest over here. As you're going to see, attached to this sticky piston, attached to this, you want to have yourself I believe it's a sticky piston, yeah, so we'll just remove this block so we can make sure it is sticky, and you want to make sure it's facing this direction. So it's going to repeatedly pull from the pile of what is going to be your concrete powder, and you know, we can place that right now, honestly. Just, you know, pull from your pile, and then it will push the whole stack down, then it's pulling again, and so on and so forth. Then, just over here, so let's do that correctly, you want to have a piston facing in this direction. It doesn't matter if this is sticky, it's preferable if it's not, in fact, but yeah, you have a piston facing in this direction that's pushing them in that way, and it's going to push them into what is the water, turning them into concrete, so on and so forth. So let me actually place down that water right now so you can vaguely understand what's going on. This is where the concrete powder is pushed past, it turns into concrete, and then it goes you know, over in this direction, which is where the magic happens. So yeah, all you want to do right now is just have a giant pile of concrete found over here, and have another repeater just over here on full settings. So set this to 0.4, and as you're going to see, it's just pushing the block forwards over and over and over again, and then you've got yourself your magic pushing machine. Also, there's a weird glitch right now where this happens, where you fall down. But yeah, basically, if you just make a giant pile of make sure you have a giant pile of concrete powder here, and it's going to slowly but surely, okay, it's kind of tricky to do it when the machine's on, but you're going to slowly but surely turn it into concrete, and then you've got yourself an automatic concrete powder into concrete machine. It's really easy to set up. It uses, what, like 2 pistons, 5 repeaters, and 6 bits of redstone. It's really easy to set up, but it will give you an automated redstone system, and if you are making a bunch of concrete and you're doing it in survival, this is just the only way you want to be doing that. So pro tip for everyone right now, please use this machine if you're going to be doing this consistently. It might seem like it's a waste of time, like you're going to spend like 20 seconds setting up or something, but be honest with yourself, you're going to save yourself much longer than like the 2 or 3 minutes you spend setting it up, and it just pays dividends basically. It's one of those many things in Minecraft you can do to save time, and let me show you just one more time it working, so you can be 100% certain with our red concrete powder from earlier. So let's place all of that at the top, then we'll fly back down. Make sure you have a way down when you do that, by the way. Then we'll activate our system very briefly, and now we can go through and we can mine it, and just like that, you saw something we created in just 3 minutes there. It's going to save us a solid half a second for every one of these blocks, if not more. Also, it's easier, also it's all set up, and also it feels fancy. Honestly, you know, this is a small thing that I should mention. I shouldn't be like, oh yeah, this is the best, but I really love the, you know, how interesting it feels, and like, I guess fancy, yeah, how fancy it feels to be like, yeah, I have a redstone system to convert my concrete powder into concrete. What about you? Oh, you don't? Oh, that's a shame. And yeah, I just did that in today's video. I just converted a bunch of concrete powder into concrete, and it's a thing you should totally be doing as well. So I hope you did all enjoy this video. You can like it if you did like it, because it helps out the channel a lot, and let us know you do like this sort of video. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if subscribed, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.